Hi, it's 1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Legacy version on Xbox. Now, I was down in Seoul pirating and I bumped into a couple of Diego boys. I interdicted the vet, but it didn't instance with me. Don't know why. That's just one of those issues in Seoul. You get a lot of non-instancing. And then we had a run-in with one of his wingmates in a gunship, and I immediately interdicted that and scanned that instead. And as I typed no cargo free to go, he attacked me, launching a fighter, etc. So now quite often I get asked my opinion of like crimes on and stuff like that, and fighters in PvP. Now, fighters in PvP cause lag. If they're not player controlled fighters, they cause lag, especially if you spam commands to them. As to police, I expect people to have crimes on when I'm trying to pirate them. It would make sense. I mean, you know, but in PvP generally it is frowned upon. It does make it particularly difficult to try and have a fight when you're dealing with someone who's putting crimes and a fighter out. But you know, I didn't want to kill this guy. He had no cargo, so I was looking to drive him off. And just as I drive him off, his mate turns up in the vet, so I end up fighting the vet for a bit as well. So between crimes and fighters, I do end up with 6 ships shooting at me. I end up with 4 police, a fighter and a vet all shooting at me. So, you know, at this point I'm like, you know, give the guy a chance to leave, go or die. I've already told him he's got no cargo free to go. I have no desire to kill him. I've stopped shooting at him, but he still continues to shoot me and gives me a little bit of ram. So back to it with the missiles and the beams. Like I say, not trying to kill him, just trying to drive him off. I want to get back to piracy, get back up into Super Cruise and look out for the next piracy target. And eventually, as you can see, I give him his last chance at 7% and he actually does duck out. Though he is sizzle rocketed and does put another fighter out, which is super annoying. But like, I'm just about to kill him and I realise he's gone into square and his hyperspace drive is on, so he is leaving. And yeah, so the sooner he goes the better. And then I turn around and there's his mate turned up in the vet, the guy that I interdicted earlier and didn't stick around. So I scan him and give him the same message as no cargo free to go. He immediately launches a ship launch fighter as well, and because I've now shot him, that's another set of policemen on their way. Because yeah, as you can see, so I've got 4 policemen. Well, actually at the moment I've got 3 targets, I believe. Yeah, so it's 3 targets and him, so there's 4 things. But because I've now shot him, that's another assault charge, so that's another 2 police. I do again give him the chance to leave by saying no cargo free to go, but he seems adamant to want to attack me. Now I've got 1 set of banks. I'm in a crate Phantom with 2 beam lasers, so I'm not going to probably win this fight, but I'll certainly see if I can make a dent in his shields. And let's pop the Airwolf music on and we give this a good old try. I mean, I do kill a fighter a couple of times, and I think I do about as much as I'm going to do in here. You know, it's a bit of a big ask between a vet, fighter, all those police, trying to keep pips to everything. You know, this is going to be a tough one, because I am going to have to use my engines to not be shot at so much and keep up with the fighter, and I'm going to have to balance weapons quite, because the beam lasers are particularly juicy on, you know, energy. There's 1 overcharged, 1 efficient beam laser, and I've got 2 fixed missile racks. I don't even have you know, this is not weaponry you want to be fighting vets in. And as you can see, another 2 police have arrived, so it's 4 police now, and he will launch another fighter soon. So I'm just trying to stay on his top, so stay away from him, his weaponry, as much as possible, and just give him some light peppering with the missiles. The Enzyme missile doesn't do any damage to his shields go down, but it does look cool. And as you can see, I'm getting torn apart at the moment by multiple ships, so let's put another bank up. It's mainly the police doing damage because he can't get his guns on me. But I am being peppered now by 4 police, and I don't know if he's launched another fire yet or not, but I'm sure he will do in a moment. And it was a fun, engaging bit of entertainment. Like we said, I got his shields down and managed to do some damage to his hull, which is way more than I expected to do. So obviously it's not a very well engineered ship, and he did fly it in straight lines a couple of times, so I was just able to line up. Now I could have prolonged this fight out forever and a day, because obviously I'm faster than everything chasing me, and I got a bi-weave. So what I could have done is just flown outwards with 4 pips on, waited patiently for my shields to recharge, and then swung back round, done a bit of damage, and then boosted out the other side to do the same. But you know, I wasn't going to sit around here trying to do that for the next 45 minutes, 50 minutes, trying to whittle down a already great vet. And I'm not one for like fighting this way. I'm already bored of the long jousting, and I'm going way back in too early before my shields are recharged enough. But you know, I can't do it. I can't do the run away, come back. I much prefer to fight things head on and have quick knife fights rather than mess around. But as you can see, he's launched another fighter, so I've got five ships shooting at me and a vet. So without wanting to be uncharitable, there's not much I can do in a situation like this. Even if my pirate ship versus a large ship is asking a lot anyway, but my ship versus 6 ships, at some point I'm just going to have to leave. My repair bill is going to be way less than his, because, like, you know, yeah, I've spent my banks, but that's basically it. Yeah, all in all, it was a good fun engagement. I did interdict the gentleman later in a different ship and pirate him. It was a no cargo free to go, just straight no cargo free to go. And yeah, I did the usual. I came back in an Anaconda to see if I could find this guy in his vat and actually kill him. But obviously, as soon as I came back in an Anaconda, somebody turned up in a Type 7 trading, and I missed the opportunity to pirate them. It's always the curse. When you're in a pirate ship, everyone's in combat ships, and as soon as you turn up in a combat ship, everyone's in ships you can pirate. It's the pirate's curse. There's not much you can do about it, but we do build our pirate ships so they can, you know, defend themselves, but they're certainly not winning fights that are this disbalanced. And I would recommend to anyone, don't use fighters in PvP because they cause lag, and some people consider it to be cheating. It's just broken and doesn't work properly. But that was it from me. At some point you have to call it quits, and you have to recognise when it's, you know, the appropriate time to and there you go, just a show. Just a few minutes later, I'm sat here at the start, blockading it in a combat Anaconda, ready to shred a Corvette to pieces in seconds. And what do I get for my troubles? A nice juicy Type 7 harmless commander, probably going back and forth with lots of cargo on board. And all I can do is send him an 07 and just watch him. But there we go, that's the pirate's life. You know, not much you can do about it. Yeah, but I do love PvP and I love pirating. I'm much more interested in how much tons I pirate over how many people I kill. But that's because I think that, you know, well, I think this.
Everything's better with pirates.